Example, we're going to have a look at another example of mean smoothing, but this time over an even number of points. So we're going to be having a look at an example where we're asked to do 4 mean smoothing. And so this is the same data as the previous video. This has got monthly data for the number of rainy days in each month. And we're asked to determine the 4 mean smoothed value centered at May. Now, if you ever have to smooth over an even number of points, like 4 or 2 or 6, it's kind of a two-step process because we can't kind of group our data symmetrically when we do this. So we have to take sort of 2 groups and then center them at the end, as you'll see as we work our way through this. So firstly, we know that the piece of, or the month we're interested in is May. But if we're going to be grouping numbers in 4s, well, to start with, really what we have to do is kind of take the 2 values before May, the value for May itself, and 1 value after May. That's the first way that we can get kind of 4 numbers grouped together. But you can see they're not quite centered on May, right? So what we do is we take those 4 numbers and we determine the average of them. So we add them all together and divide by 4. 12 plus 14 plus 8 plus 18 divided by 4. Carefully put that in your calculator and you'll get 15.5. And then we repeat the process, but with the next lot of 4 numbers, which are kind of, again, not quite centered on May, but they're just above May. So those 4 numbers will be the number just before May, the number for May itself, and then the 2 numbers after May. Right, so same deal again. We average those 4 numbers out, add them together carefully, and then divide by 4, and we'll get a mean of 17.5 for those numbers. So what we've kind of got with the blue calculation there, we've got like a value for between April and May, and with the red calculation, we've got a value for between May and June. The last step is called centering, and that's where we center the value back to May by actually averaging out these 2 numbers, right? So we're going to add these 2 numbers together, 15.5 plus 17.5, divide them by 2 because we're finding the average of 2 numbers, and that result will give us the final value, the smoothed value that is centered at May. So our final answer for this question is 16.5.